I want to thank you guys everybody that was able to come in last night on my little commentary about the headlines that were looming. I mean, I started out with the first one that I saw was, of course, USA Today. And we just love the, most of these sources kind of come off like, editorial pieces as informative as they try to, I'm not even gonna say they're informative. There's slant, okay? They're gonna put their slant on the situation no matter what. And let's get rid of that. And I don't know, it also reminded me, I talked about how the politically, you're taken to the edge. And this is no different. But also kind of, it's like they're these so-called feminists and these 4B people. Do they realize that to me, they're creating more of a caricature? They create these caricatures of progressive isms and what it means. What does the first female president look like? I mean, it's anything they can throw in the kitchen sink. I mean, you got this trophy culture. No matter how you put her in, just put her in, coach. But they're creating a caricature. If you're really trying to if you're trying to do something historic, clearly it's not going to be based on merit. It's not going to be based on. It's just whatever they want to do. And unfortunately, that's what the people are going to be subject to if they pull this off. It wasn't just some kind of nugget, it wasn't just, this is not satire. If they mention it, they're serious about it on some level. It's not just satire that they would install her. Because when you think about it, this is a trilogy that just keeps on going and going. But then, like I said, call it a little bit of double Dutch between Kamala and Biden. But then when you add, it's like this tug of war, or there's a dualism. They're to me, symbolically, they're revealing some type of dualism between, or even shout out to the Geminis. We know that translates to twin. We know they've had science. They've had space programs named after, celestial, bodies, or, I'm telling you, it's not completely far-fetched. I'm just saying that, just don't confuse, the satire and more with that this could actually successfully go off without a hitch in January. I think that's what I'm on about right now. I did say that last night. In all honesty, I talked about taking you to the edge, but it also reminds me of, it's almost like they're creating a caricature of a female president. It's not based on merit. She's got the T-Rex shoulder pads, and the pantsuit. She's got that. I mean, Hillary Clinton started that. Okay, so Hillary Clinton was up to bat first. Okay, so the pantsuit, you're stuck with the pantsuit and the Tyrannosaurus Rex and the heels. You're stuck with that. Okay, but do you not need somebody exceptional, not just somebody with some melanin in their skin? Do you not? I'm just saying, it's there again, but some people don't care. They can't cash a check on symbolism. They can't build this, quote, generational wealth, end quote, with it. They just want the image. They just want the image. They don't give a damn whether somebody's competent or not. They don't. But also, to me, that feeds it's the supply, the victimhood. They as long as they can feed that, it's a beast. Most people that are of this type of, that have these types of issues and personality styles, they need victimhood like the average person needs air to breathe. They need it. They've got to have it. And they don't care if it doesn't last long. It's like a dopaminergic. That's what it is. That's the supply that they need. And this is what these so-called feminists. That's what it's not sustainable. They're not getting feminism. I don't know why they're getting revolutions, and they're getting Marxist revolutions. That's what they've been successful at. And this caricature is full of that. It's full of it. I mean, her pedigree, Harris's father had a Marxist pedigree. I mean, but that's what the country, this faction of women, and this percentage of women that agree with this, it's always, they always have to exaggerate the people, the faction that actually supports their extreme measures or supports their trophy, their trophy efforts. But what I'm saying, to me, this kind of reminds me of, what was it? Rocky V. Can I say that? Rocky V. It's kind of like, if she's allowing herself to be used like this, it's kind of like it's like Kamala Tommy Gun Harris. At the very end of that, the conclusion of that was that, they talked about, the media. The media was very powerful in Rocky V. They always had a presence there. Their opinions always, it always influenced what was going on. So, they said, and I'm paraphrasing here. I'm going to do the best I can here. It says, Tommy Gunn's title was manufactured. He never won it from Rocky Balboa. Well, this is the kind of caricature that you're setting up with Kamala Harris. If you're so pro-feminist and you're pro this, and, it's like the 60s. And, there's been some other wild lines that came out this week about, what was it, Columbia and maybe even Princeton offering these kids some downtime and milk and cookies for their post-Trump victory. They needed time with milk and cookies. I mean, it's funny, you gotta laugh to hold back you gotta laugh. But I'm telling you, to me, this is insane. I'm just saying, can you imagine if a World War III magnitude type of conflict comes along and you've got that in place? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I mean, she might start handing out politically correct coffee mugs or something to the troops as a commander in chief. Okay, look, I got to get out of here, guys. I just had to come back. But like I said, they politically, the theater, they're going to take you to the edge. I compared it to a slot machine. You get cherry, banana. But then in this case, you're getting the cherry, Kamala. At the end, these candidates. I mean, to me, it's not even a candidate. It's caricatures. So let me go through the comments really quickly. But yeah, I mean, what is it? America runs on what? Symbolism? That's what they want. It's not about what's best for the country, or it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether anybody can do mathematics or anything. It doesn't matter. But I'm saying, to me, there's a bigger agenda here, and it's a very globalist. But to me, I don't consider the Dems, to me, are not Dems. They are, to me, we're somewhere between Marxist. They're somewhere between Marxist and communist. And I think it's more communist. Yet everybody runs for the hills. We're so afraid of Putin and his aggression against Ukraine. But then we're walking around using terms like czar. I mean, come on. Let me just read this really quickly. I'm saying the illusions I said the illusions that we deal with from the media, and even what they manufacture, the language that they give us to use. Because it's almost like as soon as you start using these things, it's almost like you become, it's like it's working on you. It's almost like it's a little, it's a little hocus pocus. It's a little bit spellbounding when you use that kind of language, the same language. You need that push pull. You need that push pull to keep the cycle going. It's a cycle. It's a cycle. They keep you on a cycle. Let's go for it. Joseph Francis Burton, good morning. Good morning, Marcy. Coming in. So Joseph Francis Burton says, my analogy is that Kamala was a redshirt walk-on. She warmed the bench for the entire season, then got thrown in as a starter for the championship. Of course she was going to. Okay, thank you. Hey, he says, Bryben doesn't like Kamala lost. 99% chance Joe won't do it. And then Marcy T comes in. She said, these guys ain't nothing but liars. They're going to lie to the grave. Do not ever expect them to admit their You got it. Joseph Francis Burton. Oh my gosh, it looks like we're about to get buggy here. I'm in the double digits here. Rocky 5. Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm just saying. I see. I don't know. It's exhausting, and the cycle is exhausting. It's the push pull that I was telling you about last night. They take you to the edge in this political theater, and what do you get? But I'm telling you, I don't put anything past these people. They might be spinning it right now as a joke, but you wake up one morning and this is your reality, and there it is. And they're not going to come out. They do not want to see power. They don't. They're showing you right now. Okay, Marcy says that woman has no personality. She thinks she's above everyone else because she also thinks she's really. Yeah, she's all about it. Joseph, UT Austin took Friday off. Oh my God, yeah, UT Austin took Friday off. You see what I'm saying? It's all about them. These indoctrination camps. It's almost like they do rituals. I think there was another school that was saying, oh, they were going to have. Oh, meet us in the blah, 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 blah for, and I'm like, okay, what else are you going to do? What other kind of it's like they're mind control camps, or they're like those are literally re-education camps. The camps that they talk about, they're the host with milk and cookies. It's like a seance or ritual that they're going to do. It's amazing, right? No yoga mat today. Joseph Francis Burton says it runs on Duncan. And Marcy T said, we eat nothing but worthless eaters that are dumber than a cow in their mind. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I tell you, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to follow this stuff. But for the sake of a Tuesday, so Monday has to start somewhere, so let it be today. Okay. But I'm going to get going, guys. And like I said, I may come back later. I'm not sure, but I will be following this piece on this whole, like I said, January. It's a long way between January now and January 20th. So I'm just saying, I just wouldn't be surprised. But then, like I said, at the same time, I think people are expecting miracles. And I'm going to be honest, with these cabinet picks that I'm seeing a lot of the same. I'm seeing a lot of people that they're tapping. A lot of people have been tapped that have been in the past. They still have their own ties, their own, they still have their own. It's going to be something. It really is. So with this all said, I'm going to get off, and maybe I'll see you guys back later. We'll see. I'm not sure what time. I'm not sure what developments will be going on by the time I get back around here again, but we'll see. All right, guys. I don't know. We'll see. Don't take off work. Don't call in crazy for your job. whatever crazy. Don't call in for milk and cookies. Don't call in for a Yeah, don't call in for a sniff the candle, sniff the rose and blow off out the candle. Don't do it. But I will see you guys later. Marcy T came in with, and I hope they shave all their heads off and turn the way they want because no rule. Yeah, don't do it. Okay, guys, have a great start to your Tuesday. Bye for now.